Hey, it's Josh. My Twitter is linked holes, but I'm talking about my atheism, right? Because I've been in the culture wars for quite a while, and I wasn't always an active participant, but in my 13, 14 years of age, that's when I started, and I can see Facebook posts of me shit posting about politics and religion. So, now I can talk about my atheism in a non-culture war way. So I don't think about it, right? It's not something I think about day to day. Which I'm glad because in my head, I'm like, this is a dunk somehow, right? Because religious people back in the day that I was arguing with would go, if you don't believe in God, then why do you argue about it so much? Why is it so important to you? And you'd have your list of talking points of why it's important to you. You're like, it's good that people believe correct things. This is why it's good that people believe correct things. Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't matter, right? Who cares if people are religious? Most of the world has religious people. South Korea has a cult problem and they're doing just fine. It can be a big deal when incorrect beliefs, flood an area, but it usually isn't. Maybe it is. The kingdom marches on, though, right? Humanity finds a way so far, right? Everything, it finds a way so far. So me not thinking about it now, it's like, yeah, fuck yeah. I don't think about it. It means all those people years and years ago were wrong about another aspect of me. I grew up in a Mormon household, so I also got, this is just a phase. Tons of people stop believing in God when they're young, but then go back to it. And I'm like, 14-year-old Josh is like, this doesn't feel like a phase. I don't know what a phase feels like, but this doesn't feel like a phase. I don't feel like I'm doing it out of spite or rebelliousness. Like, I tried real hard to believe in God. I put my best foot forward, damn it. I argued for the political beliefs of my dad. There are a lot of axioms that I accepted, that I continued based off of my Mormon upbringing. So, yeah, I gave it my best shot. It never felt like a phase. And I was kind of resentful for people who tried to mind read me as a teenager. Because, how the fuck would they know whose is a phase and whose isn't? It felt like a projection. It felt like they wanted me to go back to religion. So, yeah, that didn't happen. I used to hate agnostics. I don't care about agnostics anymore, but I would I would be like, agnostics are fucking cowards, bro. Who the hell trusts an agnostic? I was like, the only reason they're calling themselves agnostic is because they're too cowardly to admit they don't believe in God, because they don't want the stigma of what atheism has, because of the culture wars. There's a lot of dude bros who made not believing in God something that's really annoying, and maybe it deserved that, right? Maybe we are annoying, but that's what happened, right? They're like, atheism is an annoying word. Annoying people associated with it. I'm not an annoying person, so I'm going to call myself agnostic. And I'm like, you know what? Those people don't get a reprieve from not being annoying. We're coming after you too. You're also annoying, but in a different way. You can't look down on both of us. So yeah, didn't like agnostics. Thought they were cowards. Some agnostics are like, the only reasonable position in the entire world is agnosticism because of epistemic uncertainty. And I'm like, that's lame, bro. You're a practical materialist too. We all are in practice. I'm like, are you really applying equal levels of agnosticism to everything? I want to take them at face value, but I want to be agnostic towards their claim, really. Some stuff feels certainly more real. Like, I'm recording this on a laptop. It's on a table. That feels more real than a lot of metaphysics. Right? So, agnosticism. And maybe that's not a fair comparison, but that's irrelevant to the point. The point is, my intuition says some stuff applying equal level of agnosticism feels dumb. But I mostly think it's a social cowardly move. That's just my vibe, though, right? I don't have any proof for that. This is how I feel about agnostics. I don't hate them, though, for sure. Agnostics, fine. I always thought it was weird though, because I always thought believing in God was a binary. You either believed or you didn't, right? So like I was like, maybe you're an agnostic atheist, right? I'm like, I'm gonna label you an atheist unless you say you believe in God. I'm sticking that label on you whether you like it or not. I identify as an identifier. So yeah, didn't like the social cowardice of it. So that's my. Yeah, if anyone has any questions about my religious upbringing or what it means to me to be an atheist, I'll gladly answer. But as of now, in the year 2021 of November 28th, it doesn't really mean anything to me.